What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Tuesday. I'm doing good myself. I come across this very disturbing, story right here, and I'm telling you, I'm going to give you, a viewer's discretion is advised because there's some very disturbing content right here. Okay. Uh, Actually, there's two parts to it. Uh, this story right here goes into how this insane, wickedly evil, insane woman, okay, murdered her children, hung them in the basement, and then had sex with the dog. Okay, this story talks about actually this particular one right here about what she did, but then the other story where police actually interviewed her gives actual details to what you understand. I mean, she done with the dog. Okay, and it's very graphic content, so I want y'all to be aware of that. All right, but to get into the story, mother of children found hanged in basement charged with their murder and sex with dog. This is sick. Sick doesn't even describe the debaucherous behavior that this evil low life piece of shit did. Okay, it's awful. But it says here, Lisa Rochelle, oh, is that Rachel? Rochelle Snyder, 36, was arrested Monday and charged with first-degree murder and third-degree murder, endangering the welfare of children and sexual intercourse with a dog in Berks County, Pennsylvania. Snyder's children, 8-year-old Connor and 4-year-old Brindley, were found hanged and unresponsible in the basement of their home on September 23rd. The children were revived by paramedics as they were rushed to the hospital. They were placed on life support but died 3 days later. Wow. Police took numerous objects from the home after the children's death, including cell phones, computers, and Connor's Xbox gaming system. They also said they were looking for a dog that had reportedly been given away before the incident. You know what? See, I'm going to say this right here. Now, these are the children that this low life piece of shit killed. All right. Now, there's some, like I've said countless times before, in my videos, there's demons, okay, going around, and they looking for anybody that will accept and welcome them in, okay? And that's what this is all about. Look at this woman's eyes. Look at her, basically foaming at the mouth. All right, see, and I've came across at least this is the fourth story, all right, that I've come across where mothers are killing their children. You understand? And hey, color has nothing to do with it. Color has nothing to do with it. These women are killing their children at enormous rates. Okay, I saw a story, two stories yesterday. I didn't even bother to get into them because some of them are it's just so graphic. You understand? Where one little fella, actually died at school while in the lunch line because it said, the week before, or a couple weeks before, his mother had slit his throat. They was black. Okay. Then I saw another story where a lady she was a black lady, you understand, and killed her daughter. And these are children. I mean, little children. All right. And just last night, my wife comes home and tells me that her co-worker's daughter killed her baby. And she's like, she don't know what happened. She blinked out. She had been drinking. And then when she came out of her stupor, her drunken state or whatever, the baby was found laying on the floor, unresponsive, and had like indentations in his head from being beaten. So I'm telling you, what's going on is it's a lot of these people out here, and these mothers are being used as hosts for these demonic spirits to get up in them and to have their way with them. And then there it is. Now, far as I'm concerned, you can clearly see this woman. She's under the influence of one. You can see that. It's just crazy. These are, I guess, some tweets right here. But I'm not going to read those. I'm just going to continue with the story. And this is a little video right here. It's like 14 seconds, and it shows actually police escorting her to the police car, and then other words, somebody asking her, why did you kill your children? All right. But to continue, it says here, investigators said Snyder told them she owned the dog, which was a black pit bull mix, dog weighing 50 pounds, but she said she had given the dog away. The dog's weight and its wire leash were specific interest to authorities as they investigating the hanging. In a 911 call, after allegedly finding the children, Snyder told a dispatcher that Connor was bullied and made threats of doing this, but didn't want to go alone, according to a recording of the call. That don't even sound like, well, come out, the kid didn't want to go along. That was a red flag right there. But to continue, Snyder later created a private Facebook page called Remembering Connor and Brindley, where she reportedly wrote, "Every day it gets harder. I miss you both so much. I just want to hold you and kiss you. All I do is cry. I love you both with all my heart. I just want you back." This woman is just demented. Should be put to death for what she did. Not only, for the kids, but for what she did with that dog. I mean, really, the Bible actually states that people who have sex with dogs are supposed to be put down, and so should the animal. That's righteous. Okay? See? This is sick. And I bet you the reason why she killed those kids, I'm going to tell you, I bet this is just my opinion on it. They probably caught her having sex with that dog. They probably ran and came in the room and caught her ass doing it, and she just went into a rage and murdered the children. See? But everything's out in the opening now. See? But back to the story. In the months after the children died, police stalled in their investigation of the incident. And in late November, authorities said they were considering performing a psychological autopsy, which is a rare procedure in which a criminal profiler and psychologist analyze the deceased lives for clues about their deaths, according to the Morning Call. Less than 2 weeks later, police announced Snyder's arrest. They have not elaborated on the charges and said they plan to hold a press conference Monday afternoon. According to 69 News reporter Jim Vissel, the charges are in accordance with the dog, stem from pictures and other evidence found in Snyder's email during the course of the investigation. Snyder is currently being held in the Berks County Jail without bond. Okay? Now, I'm going to switch over to the other story right here. Hang on a second. Then we're going to get into that. Okay, here we go. Now, this part right here goes into what she did with that dog. All right? Briefly, here and there. But before, I read this story right here, I just want to give a scripture. In 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 8. And it says here, "There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters." Did y'all hear that? This just clearly saying that Okay, like right now, we are baffled as to why this nasty ass woman will lay with a dog. That's confusion right there. You understand? And well, here it is. The word is actually fulfilling itself. That's confusion. Mistress women having sex with with animals to bring forth monsters. And what that entails right there is half human and half beast, which brings back the Nephilim. Okay, that's all that boils down to. This woman right here, she's part of that. That's what she was doing. This is just scripture fulfilling itself. This is sick, but this is what it is. You know? Now, to get back into the story, as we know, that the authorities had seized electronic devices, which included 3 cell phones, and examined her social media account during the investigation into the deaths of the children, and graphic Facebook messages they discovered led them to charge, her with committing sex acts with a dog. All right. Now, here it is. See, this woman is worthy of death. I'm telling you. She's worthy of death. Shortly after 3 a.m. on September 3rd, this year Snyder engaged in a Facebook message exchange with an unidentified individual. She described a dog performing sex acts on her, writing, "He's eating my pee." You know what that is. Daddy, according to a police affidavit. "He keeps moving every time the flash goes off," Snyder continued, in an apparent reference to her pet. Hours later, she sent a photo of a black and white dog performing oral sex on her, police wrote. Now, I have a question. Who is this person that she's talking to? You may as well go on. The police need to go and scoop their asses up too. Because, look, I'm not keeping company with nobody who messes with animals. That's sick. What they say about the birds of a feather. They flock together, right? See? But down here it goes on to say, later that night, Snyder sent another message saying the dog did good until he bit her privates. You should have ate your nasty ass up. Sick trick. On September 15th, she writes, "Sorry kid problems." Then follow up saying, "Major kid problems." I bet you money them kids caught her nasty ass. That's why she murdered them. But this is just my opinion, right? After her children were found unresponsive, Snyder told police that her son Connor was suicidal after being bullied in school. However, Berks County District Attorney John Adams said investigators found no evidence to support those claims, which Snyder also made in the Facebook exchange to an unidentified individual. On the morning, September 17th, she wrote, "Things are bad. Bullying issues entails me wants to die. He's 8. Lost 25 pounds in the first 3 weeks. Breaks my heart. I just want to cry." What a lying sack of shit. That boy ain't lost no 8 pounds in no 3 weeks. Y'all see the size of this fella right here? Nah, not no 3 weeks. No, he ain't did that. But to continue, hours later, that same morning, she said, "Oh, daddy, just took some good pics for you." Listen at this. The next day, she sent 3 photos, which police said included a picture of a person, hand on the dog's genitalia, which appeared to be the same dog from Snyder's previous photo. Investigators said Snyder also sent another photo of the dog performing oral sex on her. The third photo is of Snyder with a ball gag in her mouth, wearing black lingerie with a ball gag in her mouth. She later wrote, "He actually went for it all on his own this time. Was laying well, it says here was lashing, but later corrected to laying in my bed in my underwear. And he started licking, so I went with it. Mm-hmm. Gee, nasty. Ugh. This is awful. You'll hopefully see Sunday, she wrote the next day. Sunday was one day before the children were found unresponsive. Police have yet to identify of comment further. Yeah, it says of. Yeah, it says police have yet to identify of comment further on the man called Daddy by Snyder in the text. Snyder appeared in court on first-degree murder, third-degree murder, and bestiality charges. She is being held in jail ahead of her next court appearance on December 9th. What is the court? What are you holding court for? You know, you caught this sick, twisted, demented beast right here. You know, where she done killed her kids, told a lie, and then laying up with the dog, having sex with it. What are you holding court for? That's my question right there. You know, this is my point. There's a lot of evil, twisted, sick behavior going on in this country alone. It's coming out of the blue. I just did a story last month where some woman, and she was Latino, and she called the dispatchers and was talking incoherent, saying little things, and she said that they want to kill each other. Okay? They want us to kill each other. She was saying stuff like that. And the police went there to investigate what the hell was going on. Oh, before they went there, you know, to investigate, 6-year-old son, her 6-year-old son was in the background, you know, screaming, "Mommy, please don't kill me." Over and over and over. And she was like muffled, just out of her mind. And they lost contact. I guess she hung up. And so the police went there. She'd been stabbing the boy up. He actually, from what I understand now, I guess he actually lived through it. But she wrestled with the cop, and I believe she got her hands on the cop gun. I believe she shot the cop, but they in turn killed her. You know what I'm saying? But this is my point. Look at the madness that was in that situation. And this is what's happening, because I was shocked. Last night when my wife come home and told me about her co-worker that she worked with, and and everything, her daughter killed her baby. See? If y'all see any, strange behavior among, somebody, that have children, you understand. I mean, y'all may want to, eyeball that a little bit, and do what you have to do for the life of the child. If you see any strange behavior, period, among someone, because hey, like I'm saying, these entities, these spirits are floating around, and all of them ain't good, and they getting into these people that have thresholds of evil in them in the first place, wickedness in them in the first place, and that's where they like to be. Okay. That's all I got to say on this one. Y'all make sure y'all guard your souls. Stay close to the Most High in the name of Yahushua, and pray. Never cease praying, and remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. And this is James, and I'm out. Peace.